What's up guys, Jab here, back with a brand new video. We are officially 1 week away from the full release of Delta Force on mobile. Here is the PC version that you guys are watching right here. And I've been playing it a little bit over the last couple of days just to kind of get ready for the mobile version because I didn't get too much playtime on that mobile version during like the beta tests and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to the full release, as I know many of you guys are. And I just wanted to give some of my thoughts on the game and, you know, just talk a little bit about it, especially because I feel like this game is going to be very unique for the mobile platform. There isn't too many games like this, and I think that's a good thing. I will expand a little bit more on that comment in just a second, but the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the optimization, because this is something that I think has really impressed me with this game, and I think it's going to impress a lot of people too, and it's going to bring a lot of people into this for that mobile version. Here is, of course, like I said, the PC version and stuff. It's running very well on my PC. I'm using the ROG Ally to play this game. For those that don't know, the ROG Ally is a PC handheld that uses an AMD APU. So this is running off integrated graphics right now, and it's running fairly well. It's running at high FPS. I'm running at 1080p, and it performs well. I'm also recording on that same device, so it's actually fairly well optimized, I have to admit. And that optimization isn't just for the PC version, it also extends to the mobile version. They're basically supporting low range, mid range, and high end devices, of course. The game scales really well with hardware, so if you have a high end device, it's going to look really good and you're going to be able to play at high FPS. But if you have a low end device too, the game still looks pretty solid on the lowest settings, and on top of that, it's still going to retain some of that performance, some of that playability. I think that's one thing that is going to make this game huge. We have seen so many mobile games come out in the last couple of years that have struggled to be optimized well, and it kind of kills them like as soon as they launch. I mean, obviously Warzone Mobile is a perfect example. That game was pretty much not playable for a majority of people when it first released. Honestly, in some ways still, that still holds up, and because of that, the player base struggled. Even though the gameplay itself is really good, it doesn't matter because most people couldn't run the game comfortably. But I don't think Delta Force is going to have this problem. It has been running very well on PC for the last couple of months that it's been available, and on top of that, all of the beta tests and stuff that have happened on mobile, it's been running very well too. Now, I mentioned that there isn't too much like this on mobile, and that I think that's a good thing and stuff. I also think it might be a little bit concerning. I feel like the main mode for this game is going to be that 24 versus 24, right? Basically that 48 player mode that's very similar to something like Battlefield. That's going to basically be like the main attraction to this game, and the reason why I say it might be a little bit concerning is because there's nothing like this on mobile yet. The matches can be fairly long. The actual gameplay, it's like a mixture of fast-paced but then also like slow. Like you die, you go down, you don't immediately just respawn and go. You gotta choose where you spawn in, and you've gotta, like it's just a little bit slower than something like Call of Duty Mobile, for example, or even something like PUBG. And so I am hoping that people do kind of take their time with it and learn this type of game and stuff, because it is a bit different. The whole Battlefield styled game is a bit different compared to what we currently have on mobile. I used to think that was going to be a bigger issue. However, I think now I don't worry about it as much. I think the gameplay is solid enough that people are going to be able to adapt to this game and learn how to play it effectively. So yeah, I'm pretty much just looking forward to this. It's been really fun kind of playing it casually on PC. Very interested in seeing how the mobile audience receives this game. Again, not every mobile shooter that has came out in the last couple of years has really done well with the mobile audience. Warzone Mobile had its issues, Apex Legends Mobile had its issues, even Battlefield Mobile during its beta had its issues, and the mobile community can definitely be very opinionated about these games and stuff. So we'll see how they sort of receive Delta Force Mobile in just 1 week when it launches on April 21st. Me personally, I think this game is pretty fun. I'm very excited to be able to just pick it up and play on mobile and stuff. There's also that extraction mode, of course. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how the mobile community receives that mode as well. I feel like Arena Breakout is a very particular type of game. That one obviously has probably been like the most successful Tarkov clone on mobile out of all of the ones that we've gotten. But even then, it does feel like it's definitely like a niche game. Like you have to be into those specific type of games to actually get into it. And I think that's why Arena Breakout isn't necessarily like super mainstream compared to something like Call of Duty Mobile. Not that it's not successful or anything like that. Of course it is, but it's definitely, you know, a smaller, like more niche game than something like Call of Duty Mobile or PUBG Mobile and stuff like that. So I'm very interested in seeing if the extraction mode actually ends up being really popular in Delta Force Mobile, or is everyone going to be playing this? Is everyone going to be playing that 48 player battle royale mode, or sorry, battlefield type mode? I have a feeling that's going to be the case, but we will see, of course. Me myself, honestly, I haven't even touched the extraction mode in this game. I want to like those games, but at the same time, like, it is kind of annoying, I guess you could say, to be looting for 20-30 minutes without an encounter, and then you finally have one and you maybe win, you maybe lose, you know. I just want to like those games, but for me personally, I feel like I like something more like Battlefield more than I like something like Escape from Tarkov, and I think personally that that's probably going to be a common sentiment with Delta Force Mobile, but I could be wrong. Let me know if you guys are going to be playing that extraction mode in Delta Force Mobile, or are you going to be playing the other game modes, the warfare and, you know, stuff like that, operations or whatever it is. Let me know what you guys are planning on doing with this game if you're looking forward to it. Again, comes out in 1 week, April 21st, I believe, so exactly 1 week from the upload date of this video. I will definitely be live streaming that, so make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on that live stream. And yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Let me know what you think about the game down in the comments below. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.